Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. As well as south side is the Green the Beast, we got GreyfieldGuy. As well on the north side is the Dark Gray Hawke with SylerSK. This map is a 2-base map. I should probably mention what the COs are, because there's always some balance changes here and there. Standard boarding cost, 2 radius, 30, 70, 120, 120 maximum energy. He provides plus 10% offense, plus 10% defense. For his power, does apply the black wave effect, and for his superpower, applies Black Storm. You know as well, the Black Storm does cost 100 energy, not 120, so you can save some energy left over. The Beast is, of course, technically a custom CO in Days of Ruin or Tiny Wars. Standard boarding cost 3, 30, 60, 60. All units get plus 10, plus 10. All special units, which are classified as infantry, mechs, bikes, recons, and flares, get additional 20% offense. And any unit of those special units that ends their turn in the seal zone on top of a opponent's property, you get to steal that income immediately, and your opponent just simply doesn't get that income to that next turn. He has both a power and superpower, both cost 60. Of course, got the plus 10, plus 10, plus 20% offense, and the special units also get plus 2 movement range, tough plus vision, and see through hiding places. And of course, able to raid all your opponent's properties globally as well. Superpower is plus 10, plus 10, plus 20% offense. All special units can end their turn on any property, yours, neutral, or your opponent's property. You get the triple amount of income, paid for it immediately, and of course denies the income for the next 3 turns. So you can actually end your turn on your own properties just to pay forward to, say, build some units immediately. So it can be useful against yourself, against nobody, and against your opponent. So let's get started actually. This map is a 2-base map, 1 airport, 1 temporary airport in the center. And of course, both players do start out with a carrier off in the corner, which is quite nice. Carriers do offer the valuable seaplane. Expensive for what it does, but it's very good what it does. And that's basically the effective versus everything. The only thing it's not effective against is submerged submarines. Couple more infantry. So just early capturing game. The Beast could eye for some bikes this turn, though he is a CO that does work with recons. Oh, base skip tank. He may load himself with that tank there. Will of course just get plus 10, plus 10, not to mention the max veterancy. Quite simple, nothing too significant. Hawke was a tank there. He's likely going to CO into it as well. This map does offer a pair of comm towers. Helicopter. Interesting. Is this map even? Yeah, there's a set of 3 cities in the corner. Of course, this map is, you can go for a T-copter. It's like, is this map big enough for a T-copter? But there is cities off the side, so it's a good idea to go for that. Though, if you go for it too early, it may leave you vulnerable. Tank is not CO'd. CO's the T-copter? What? Okay. He seals a T-copter, which does get max veterancy, which means plus 30, or plus 20, plus 20, and plus his own plus 10, plus 10. He spots a CO T-copter, and he's probably just as surprised as I am. There's a target rich environment in front of him, so he can get a decent amount of energy. Does interrupt the capture of the comm tower, very nice, so Hawke will have 1 comm tower advantage. And the Beast cannot... Oh! Apparently that was just in range. Sometimes I forget how far stuff can move. Technically lost the trade, but still at least stalled it. And did not move the T-copter forward before taking these engagements, so... Okay, wasn't planning on doing that. Tank mech, so we got a set of mechs in the field. Does got the comm tower 1. Falls back to the city, and since it's on top of a city that's surrounded, it's going to be very difficult to displace it. You're going to need artillery to take it out, or take time to have the unit parked next to it. You hear anything down south? Battlecopter, T-copter, artillery. The Beast has gotten some energy, 18 versus 17. Does finish off some of these units there. Tanks being deployed field, anti-air tank. Anti-air does deploy on side towards the airport, though the battlecopter could be sent either way. This is probably actually closer than over here. By the way, that's just a T-copter. Aircraft carrier does move off, which does provide a tiny bit of spotting. It's definitely a good idea for the Beast to pull its aircraft carrier off the temporary port so it doesn't receive repairs from the global damage of Hawke. Interrupts capture quite significantly, hits the CO tank once again, sort of loses it against it again, but he does have a full health tank nearby. 28 energy versus 22. And he is actually dropped off on top of those cities. Tank now deployed on the field once again. Artillery in the range. The Beast does see the artillery piece, so probably should avoid it. And this mech is in range of the artillery, just out of vision range at the moment. Merged the tanks there. He merged a 1 health tank with the full health tank, so he did get a tiny bit of refunds, about 700 funds. Also, another tank there. He had 15,000 funds. He could have gone for a seaplane, but decides to go double tank. He does interrupt that capture there. And the Beast has claimed the temporary airport in the center. Battlecopter, mech, and infantry. Interrupts the capture there. The Beast is getting more CO radius. A lot of damage there, getting a lot of CO radius. A CO power charge. Plus some of the mech and pushing it forward as well. Problem is, I guess he may not realize the artillery piece there. Now that tank's gonna be hit. Anti-air's wounded. We've got 2 full health battlecopters in front of him. Gets a shot there, but he has a full health tank in the reserve. Got a mech took a hit there as well. Let's see. There's a possibility that the Beast could get his CO power this turn. Not necessarily will be able to deploy it though. Sacks that unit there. As the battlecopter gets hit, sacks that unit there. Takes out the Hawke's command tank there. And the Beast does have his superpower available. He has very little reason not to deploy it, other than the fact he is lacking infantry to utilize it. Because right now he has, what, 2 infantry and 2 mechs? Well, he'll be able to steal a decent amount of funds there. If he goes to the raid, he may just go for the specialty bonus, which he has, which does affect flares. I forgot about the fact that it does affect flares. But right now, his superpower is not going to be useful. He may need to get more units to help utilize it. Takes up that battlecopter there. Hits the comm tower once again. 6 card progress remaining. Merges there, so got decent refund. And another refund there. Oh, that's what I heard. Seaplane got deployed. Anti-air does go down. Right now, Hawke has 17,000 versus 14,000. Anti-air tank. Gets some good hits there. The artillery's gone. Seaplane strikes the command tank and gets finished off by the regular tank there. Battlecopter finished off that unit there. T-copter pushes way forward. Anti-tank bike. That tank does take a bit of hits there. Does strike the T-copter, command T-copter. And all the cities up north has been captured. Does get trapped there, spots the anti-air. Medium tank down south. Pops the superpower there. That is superpower, so this is the full raid effect. And he move this mech too soon. He could have raided his own, probably get some money paid for it in there as well. I don't think the superpower was worth it. He got some money paid for it, has 3,000 funds. Did at least steal some monies there. I think he could have done a little bit better. Or quite a bit better. Tank's a little bit pinned there. Nothing over here to support. He needs to get a tank or medium tank over here to help stabilize that region. Battlecopter, flare, infantry. He will at least deny a decent amount of income to his opponent there. 3,000 income. Counterattacks with that wounded tank. Seaplane's down 1 ammo, so needs to get loaded back up. Tank. 104 versus 107, so pretty even at the moment. Does not spot the anti-tank. Now he spots the anti-tank, which he can hit the battlecopter or the anti-air. Right now, he does have a battlecopter soon be at 8 health and a seaplane to hit the battlecopter, so having anti-tank strike the anti-air means his seaplane and battlecopter will have quite a bit more room to breathe. The medium tank can also strike it as well. Does do that. Could just use the anti-tank to strike the battlecopter. Strikes the unit there, gets a decent amount of power charge, loads himself up. 1 health mech. I'm pretty sure the mech does not get repaired inside of the T-copter, inside of the aircraft carrier, which is inside of the map, which is inside of the web browser, inside of the. I don't know where I'm joking with that joke. Another battlecopter, of course, has been deployed out last turn. The medium tank gets hit pretty hard. Anti-tank can start shooting some of these units here. Does go for another anti-air, battlecopter, and bike. The no income status has been terminated. Oh, he did actually go for a second seaplane. And drops the mech there. Might as well. Medium tank flare. I think the medium tank needs to deployed on this side. Does get trapped. And use the full health one there. Use the T-copter to block. This anti-air is in range of the tank there. He does have vision of it, so he could charge and take put some rounds into it. And maybe finally going to capture that column tower. Seaplane could head to the left. There's a temporary airport it can utilize. Goes for a rig. He actually, I suppose if follow the seaplane would be a bit more easier trying to use a temporary airport. Temporary airport is a hiding spot for aircraft units. Hideable units, ground and air. Mech is struck. And the command T-copter does take some hits there. He's at 21 energy. We've got the missile. The missile knows at because it knows where it's not. Hawke now has 20,000 income versus 17. Another battlecopter, anti-air and bike. Mech gets a strike there. Medium tank strikes the anti-air. Infantry finish off the battlecopter. Lots of good hits there. Seaplane here is out of ammo. The rig, so you need to start moving towards it. He did push forward slightly just so he can push forward the mech. Takes out the seaplane. Hawke does have a power. Probably a good idea just to pop it. And the aircraft carrier needs to get off of the temporary seaport because now he will take for some repairs. Seaplane is out of ammo, so can't interrupt the capture the temporary airport. Takes out the anti-air. He does not have vision of the T-copter there. Anti-air, well, it looks like it is out of range. Those at 1 health, so anything could take it down at this point in time. That battlecopter, these battlecopters are getting range of the missile. Hawke now has a value of 102 versus 92, so has quite an advantage. Artillery, medium tank, and battlecopter. Missile takes out the battlecopter, takes out the bike there. Battlecopter strikes tank, tank. Micro hits there. And he does have enough for a superpower, so he can prep up a lot of specialty units to start stealing some of his own income. And remember, or he can go for his power to give his max +2 move range and able to see through hiding. Sacks the anti-air under the seaplane, so has 1 ammo left. And there is a rig nearby who's trying to build a temporary seaport. Don't do that. Helicopter, tank, and infantry. It's the other mech. Both those mechs go down. The seaplane may, I was going to say, move to right there to take a shot, but probably wants to end its turn on top of the force now. SylerSK goes back into the aircraft carrier. Tank, tank. Hawke right now has 42 energy. Trying to capture the HQ. He can pop his power and the mech can sprint and take a shot at that bike there. He has to do that or else he just straight up lose the game. Can the battlecopter hit it? Did he misplay? Oh no, the flare can get +2 move range as well. I forgot about that part. Missile decides to go on temporary seaport for hiding. Huh, it looks like the flare does spot the missile. Capture progress, 6 remaining. Should be an easy interrupt. Anti-air battlecopter infantry. Still has not. This compound is still neutral, so Hawke's been maintaining pretty good comm tower advantage this entire game. Tank, mech, and battlecopter. Oh, what just died? I'm not sure what just. I think maybe something got deleted. Oh, he deleted the unit on top of the HQ? No, that was already dead. I'm not sure what that was. I was looking off to the right, not to the left. Another power activated there. Seaplane's course down 1 ammo. And the missile is not at full health and will not get full health, but should still be adequate dealing with the battlecopters, particularly with the max out veterancy. Ooh, gets trapped there. Artillery is in range of the tank, but needs a spotter. Rocket. And serve 122, Hawke's serve 112, so still pretty even, but feels like Hawke's in a better position. Probably because he's past the halfway mark. Oh, his T-copter ran dry, that's what it was. I was not paying attention to Hawke's T-copter. I'd assume it would be still alive, but there's, of course, the aircraft here there. He has the temporary airport as well. Seems like everything's running low on fuel, as well as health. The missile is in range, but may not have spotting range here. And yep, did not have spotting of that battlecopter. Got a medium tank here. Anti-tank that's been alive all this time. So that's 6 health and soon bet 8. Hits both those mechs quite hard. Hawke's up to 32 energy now. Hits the rig. So he can't no longer rig the game. Missiles in range as well as the rocket. Rocket only strike the anti-air though. Rocket could have just got the shot off that anti-air. Gets a good hit there. Does take out the command tank. Seaplane takes a shot on the anti-tank. One of the few things he has can take it out with impunity. So it's probably a good idea. Plus that this seaplane has definitely got its value. Does take a hit there. Flare fires on top. Me think to strike the tank there. The missile's getting pretty low on ammo, and the rig is down. Anti-tank is in range of this tank, just needs a spotter. Oh, and the beast reloads himself up into a regular tank this time. Missile takes it out. Oh, use the various stuff to take out the battle card, but not try to finish off the anti-tank. Tank bike. This tank is still hidden there. Strikes the mech. Pretty lackluster turn. And it's 114. So the beast is about a turn ahead now. Loads up the seaplane once again. Takes up the anti-tank there. Takes out the battle copter. This missile is actually out of ammo. It's always a really good sign that's a good missile when it runs out of ammo. Anti-tank is on a hiding spot, but in range of artillery. Command tank versus command tank. Takes the battle copter there. Hits the mech once again. Compound's still neutral. Beast tank is still alive. Seaplane fully resupplied. Converts the 3 health and the 1 health tank together. Rocket takes out that unit. Sacks the tank there. Full health seaplane does take out the tank. Spots the artillery. Tank. Takes out the beast tank there. Could probably seal the tank or the tank. I don't know why, I always seem like these two players are very well matched. I see a lot of games between the two players, and they always have a decent amount of turns behind them, so I'm always happy to cast some games, but can't cast the same players too often. Interrupts the capture. Hawke still has a 3,000 income. Seaplane does fall back, still 2 materials left. Tank. Does spot the artillery and tank there. Medium tank is down to 1 ammo. Does strike the tank there. Pulls back the tank there. Medium tank. And once again, the comm tower gets interrupted quite severely. But, once again, the missile knows at, because it knows where it's not. Use the wounded seaplane there to take out the anti-air. Very nice. He is only has the missile here for anti-air, which has been very good anti-air. The problem is, he may want to get out something else. The seaplane is on at 4 health, which would be nice against it, but not that perfect answer. 5 catcher progs remaining. Make that 3. Does spot the anti-tank there, but a little bit too late. It has a target-rich environment in front of it. Rocket's in range of the medium tank. merged the two tanks there, so kept the veterancy on the new fresh tank. Very nice. And right now, Hawke is just having trouble closing the game. I think what really won over Beast this game so far is the missile. It has shot down so many aircraft. It has run itself ammo nearly dry twice, shooting down battlecopters. That is really impressive. And now there's a target range environment in front of this anti-tank. Use the anti-tank melee range. Hawke has maintained a good income advantage to target aim and +1 comm tower. But the Beast is just pushing forward a veteran tank core. And Hawke right now is just solely relying on these medium tanks coming out. But there's just way too many targets in front of them. Not to mention the veteran anti-tank, not to mention the veteran seaplane causing issues. Medium tank and bike, he's just going straight medium tanks. He has 8,000 funds left in his bank. Join caps there. Battlecopter, anti-tank, and bike. Hawke has only 9, well, now 12 units of field versus 17. The Beast is somewhat vulnerable to aircraft at the moment. No, he has one anti-air, one missile. That's would be quite good. This Fog War can indeed display more than 12,000 funds. Yes. Missiles are definitely more of a Fog of War unit, plus, unless you're fighting against Mangs. And the fact that Days of Ruin's missile has now 6 range rather than 5 really makes a difference. Now it can match the range of the battlecopter. Before the battlecopter just straight up countered the missile, now the missile can somewhat contend with it while still being more expensive. And the comm tower is finally captured. Tank and rig to rig the game. Beast right now has 19 energy, Hawke has 17. Missile and tank. He's going to try to counter the seaplanes with missiles. Right now, there are a battlecopter and seaplane inside of the aircraft carrier. And he does get a bit of raid there, but he is a bit exposed. But he's only been hit by one source of damage, so it is being used as bait here. Another seaplane deployed in field. Does spot the veteran anti-tank, and it's not on top of property. And remember as well, runes won't provide 1-star defense, so it's no different than planes. Actually, it's equal to planes, it's just a hiding spot on the planes. Missile and anti-air. Does get trapped there, but allows the battlecopter forward. The missile knows where it's at for us, knows where it's not, and does deploy out the last seaplane possible. Get some good hits there. The plus 10% defense came in handy. Hawke has a lot of targets in front of him. He could get his power deployed out this turn. Does typically command bike there. And looks like just overall falling back. Does sack some units there, or the anti-air is wounded now and fully down. Picks up the battlecopter once again with the missile. The does spot this missile here, does strike with tank. Tank starts with forward. I think at this point in time, Hawke is just getting overran. We'll have a 5 health missile to take on a seaplane, but that's it. Duster. Anti-air tank. Cleans up the center. Seaplane strikes the tank there, and now it's on the base lock. Destroys, camps the base there, takes a missile. Artillery now locking the base there. This is base and game over now for Hawke. Medium tank bike, or mech. Does take a duster. He can pop a power. Goes to medium tank there, pops power, and in turn, probably should have gone anti-air up there, but either way, both things get struck by the artillery, and now the rockets locking it down. Is the missile in range of the airport? Yes, it is. Helicopter tank. And Hawke does resign. This is Grey saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.